Hello, namaste. So let me quickly show you how to make kajal. So first I thought I'll show you the herbs that I use to make kajal. This is the yellow Bringaraj. This is a crepe plant, which can be used as a detoxifier as well as to control hair fall. So we already used it in the hair oil recipe. So today let's see how we can use the leaves to make kajal. So let me show you a quick close-up of the flower and the leaves so that you will be able to recognize it. Usually these also grow as a weed, right? So you should be able to even see it in your neighborhood if you keep a keen eye on it. So we use the leaves, just cut the mature leaves. Obviously you need to ask the permission of the plant before cutting the leaves for harvesting. So cut the leaves, harvest a few leaves, and then we are going to smash it and make a juice out of it. So there is also, before we go in and I actually show you how to make kajal, I want to show you the two varieties of Bringaraj. One is the yellow flower variety. Please note it is a very small flower. There is another plant which you can confuse this with, which has a bigger yellow flower. That is an ornamental, so don't get confused between that and this Bringaraj. There's also a white variety of Bringaraj. Let me quickly show you that. So this is the white variety. As you can see, it is a little different from the yellow variety. Both the leaves can be used to make kajal. Alright, so if you don't have Bringaraj, try to look for the Crepe Jasmine plant. So I'm going to go show you the Crepe Jasmine now. This is the Crepe Jasmine plant. Unfortunately it does not flower today, otherwise I would have showed you the flower. Anyway, I'm going to introduce insert a picture of the flower so that you'll be able to recognize it. It looks like a multi-petaled jasmine. So we are going to use the flower of this plant, whereas in terms of the Bringaraj we actually use the leaves, right? I hope that is clear. We are going to use the flower of the Crepe Jasmine, and we are going to use the leaf of the Bringaraj plant. Now let me quickly run inside and show you how to actually make the kajal. Okay, so this is the actual setup that you need to make kajal. As you can see, you can either take the, I did find a flower later on. So you can either use the Crepe Jasmine flower or the Bringaraj leaf. So you take a pure cotton. Don't try, if possible, don't try to use the thread, ready-made thread. Instead, just buy the pure cotton and make your own wick. So what we do is, we are going to don't use the mixie, but hand pound the leaf or the flower. Maybe you can add a few drops of water to extract the juice, and then we are going to soak this cotton into the juice of that either the flower or the Bringaraj leaf, and let it dry in shade over 2-3 days. So the wick, make a thick wick, so the wick dries out like this. So once the wick or wicks are ready, then make a setup like this, where I've just taken a clay lamp and I have put castor oil inside, and I have put the wick here. And what I need is also to create kind of a stand, kind of a setup. So I have kept 2 tumblers on either side of it, and I also have a a clay plate, a terracotta plate. So what I'm going to do is first light this lamp and then insert this plate over these 2 tumblers so that the flame just about touches the this plate. Let's see how to do that right now. Okay, so do you see that? What I've done is I've inserted the plate over the lamp and adjusted the height, using a small plate underneath, and again keeping a plate to catch any excess oil that might fall from the lamp. And I have also made sure the, as you can see, the flame should touch the tip of the plate, otherwise the soot will not really get collected. So I'm going to let this setup stay for about 3-4 hours or even more, and then we overturn the plate and then see how much soot is collected. So let me pause the video now, and then once I have enough soot collected, I will resume the recording. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours now since I lit this lamp. As you can see, I think you can see that quite a bit of soot has collected. Let me show you how to collect it. Before that, I've taken a dry small bowl and a very dry spoon. Make sure there's absolutely no moisture in either of it. So now let me show you how I take out the soot. So be careful, this might be a little hot. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of soot has been collected. Just do be careful when you handle this, as it's can be very hot, and just scrape all the soot carefully. And also be careful that it doesn't fly, because if it flies, it can create quite a mess in your house and it's going to be difficult to clean it off. Alright, so there, and then what you can do right here, you can powder it. Otherwise you will have to sieve it separately, which is again not a very clean process. So try to powder it right here. Don't worry about these fire kind of things here. They will anyway go away after some time. It's just that it's been very hot. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it's a little bit hot, so I need to be a bit careful when I do put it. All I'm going to do is, okay, so as you can see, I've collected all the soot. There are still some bit of fire embers, I think that's what we call them, that's left. So I'm going to let that cool down a bit. Meanwhile, what I've done is I've taken desi ghee, and I'm going to try to melt it right on top of the deepa itself, so that I don't need to use fuel. So once it melts completely, I'm going to add just a drop, barely a drop, or 2 or 3, depending on the quantity of soot that you've collected. But to be on the cautious side, add just 1 drop at a time to this mix, and using the same spoon you can mix it nicely, or you can even use your fingers. And once you do that, you can then take it all up and put it into a small container such as this, which then you would be able to use. And this is how it will look, the end product. So this particular small, as you can see, it's really small, right? This itself will last about 3 to 6 months, so you don't have to do too many, unless of course you want to gift it to your friends or family. So there, that's how you make homemade kajal. This one here is with Bringaraj leaves. You can, as I said, you can always make it with crepe jasmine as well. Some people also use almond oil and other things, in the place of ghee, or along with ghee, they add 1 or 2 drops of almond oil to this. Some people even mix it with butter. Some people mix this with castor oil itself. But I found mixing it with ghee is the best thing, because it gives the kajal a long shelf life, and ghee of course has its own medicinal properties, right? So hope you all understood how to make kajal. It's a very easy process. If you're just going to make 1 dabbi, all you will need is just 3-4 hours. The other trick is, suppose you don't have kajal, you can always show the back of the spoon to the flame, and then just wet your hand mildly with the ghee, and then smear it at the back side and use it to apply to your eyes, right? All right.